Okay, so in the world of tech certifications come and go, but there's this one, the CCIE, that's been around for decades. Um, and the big question for Lansing Archelo is it still relevant? I mean, with everything moving to the cloud and automation, you'd think a classic networking cert might be fading out, but the data is telling a completely different story.
It really is. The conversation has completely shifted from is it nice to have to can we even function without people who have it?
Let's look at the Lansing Archelo job market reality then. The CCIE has become a massive financial multiplier. In major hubs like New York or London, a CCIE holder is now out earning CCNPs by up to 500 Wusher, with senior experts hitting the Mayan mark. We're looking at a massive talent gap of Wuwen experts annually that the market simply can't fill.
Exactly. And what's wild is that the expert label isn't just about the paycheck anymore. Companies are so desperate, they're throwing in remote work and even helping with immigration just to get a CCIE on the payroll. It's become an incredible bargaining chip.
Wow, immigration benefits? That's serious.
It is. But here's the aha moment. This isn't just about scarcity, it's about risk. In Lansing Archilok, enterprise networks are so complex that a single hour of downtime can cost millions. Companies aren't just paying Lambai Wushike for your configuration skills. They are essentially buying insurance against a total network collapse. You're the person who can prevent a financial catastrophe.
Right. So it's clear the money follows the risk management. That makes a lot of sense. But beyond the salary, how has the actual technical requirement changed for these top tier roles?
Well, that's the most important part. The tech has to match the salary.
The Lansing Archelu CCIE syllabus has seen a total overhaul. Cisco has stripped out the legacy stuff and replaced it with Zero Trust, SD-WAN, and cloud integration. It's now the mandatory entry requirement for Bifringer Joshua of the Fortune Wubai when they hire network architects.
It's about time they've basically turned the certification into a mirror of what a modern Silicon Valley data center actually looks like. You know, if it's not in the CCIE anymore, it's probably not being used in the real world by any major player. It's a direct reflection of market demand,
I see. So the study material is actually practical.
more than practical. There's a subtle point here. Holding the cert means you have 0-day productivity because the syllabus is so tightly aligned with what enterprises actually need. Companies can save like 6 months of onboarding time. That's why the cert is a hard threshold. They don't want to spend time teaching you the cloud. They expect you to walk in and build it on day one.
It's a literal blueprint for the modern network, so it's not just a test, it's a training program. But what about the long game? Is this a one-time peak or does it lead somewhere else?
It's the launch pad, not the destination.
Finally, we have to talk about the portability of this cert.in, Lansing Archilok. It's the ultimate hard currency. Whether you're moving from Silicon Valley to Amsterdam or London to Sydney, it's the one credential that requires no translation. Plus, it's becoming the prerequisite for senior management tracks like the ITIL's expert level.
It really is the universal language. I've seen guys use their CCIE status to skip 3 rounds of interviews just because they were already in the official Cisco expert talent pool. It's not just a line on a resume, it's an all access pass. It's a massive shortcut for networking with CTOs at exclusive summits. You now get invited to.
So, from a 250K salary to a global passport for your career, the Lansing Archelu CCIE isn't just relevant, it seems essential. Let's wrap this up with the core takeaways. What should people really remember from this?
All right, if you take away nothing else, remember these 4 things. First, it's the Ibayarsha Keja salary floor. You're starting at 6 figures in the US or Europe, plain and simple, because there's a Wu1 person talent shortage. Second, the Fortune Baffincha Joshua rule. The biggest companies in the world now see it as a hard requirement. Third, it's all about future-proof skills. The curriculum is focused on zero trust and SD-WAN, so you're immediately productive. And finally, think of it as a global career passport. It lets you move between top tech markets without skipping a beat. It's your ticket to mobility.